Hi, everyone. I'm Kara Sundlin. It's February 15th. Let's take a look at what was happening in Connecticut today in history. 1 year ago, there was a push to diversify the fire, police, and EMS departments in New Britain. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Christian Colon had the story.
City officials in New Britain held a walkthrough event here at the police department to encourage local people to apply to be a first responder. City officials say their departments are lacking in skills like speaking Spanish.
You guys all right? Anybody okay? Who's in?
Through fake virtual scenarios and info sessions, several local residents stopped by to learn what police, fire, and EMS officials go through and how residents can soon take part.
I want to put myself in a position where I can be there for someone when no one else can be.
Jonathan Rodriguez lives in Hartford but showed up seeking info on the police department. With the Spanish-speaking skills and growing up in the area, Rodriguez says he can be a useful tool.
And so if I bring my little bit of experience and they bring their little bit of experience, we build a stronger, more adaptable, more responsive community that can build on those strengths and weaknesses.
Elvis Galan also wants to be a first responder, and as a New Britain resident, he wants to build communication between his neighborhood and the city.
A mí lo que me gustaría es como que, igual que el pastor.
Galan says the same way a pastor reaches out to the community, he also wants to bring calm and safety to his. Chief of Police Christopher Shute says understanding city residents is a crucial part of the job, which is why being a New Britain resident is a plus when applying.
We have a lot of Hispanic and Spanish speaking in the city of New Britain. We need to represent that, and that's one of the areas. Middle Eastern population too. We don't have any officers that are from the Middle Eastern region.
Chief says knowing a second language like Spanish or Arabic is a tool he needs to fight crime and assist victims.
If I have an officer who speaks the language of that victim, it's easier for them to open up. The trust is a lot easier to build. And I think that's a testament to the service we need to provide to that community.
Officials add they are looking for about a dozen people for their police department, 6 in fire, and no limits on the emergency medical services.
To learn more about how to apply to the fire, police, or EMS departments, head to our website or our Channel 3 app for more information. In New Britain, Christian Colon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
5 years ago, a Russian spy ship was a little too close for comfort in Connecticut. Kevin Hogan had that story.
This Russian spy ship is so close to the Connecticut coast and the Navy subbase in Groton that its electronic surveillance equipment on board can intercept communications or signals and even measure Navy sonar. Yet, it is still in international waters. Our congressional delegation is very concerned. Congressman Joe Courtney says this is a typical move of President Vladimir Putin to try to disrupt peace, but he has total confidence in our naval leadership.
We need to basically move on and recognize that this is an emerging threat and that we have to take all necessary steps to respond to it.
The ship is known as Auxiliary General Intelligence, or AGI. It took on supplies in Cuba, cruised off the shore of Delaware near the Norfolk Navy base. Now it's 30 miles off the Connecticut coast before it heads back towards Cuba. Veterans say it's old school politics.
It is hearkening back to the old days of when, we used to spy on them hardcore and they do for us. But it's like spying is not going away, regardless of who's in power.
Former Connecticut Congressman Rob Simmons, who worked intelligence with the CIA and now is first selectman in Stonington, is not fazed by the Russian show of muscle.
You have the sort of the Putin-Trump election issue. Now you have General Flynn talking to the Russian ambassador. So everybody's getting all torqued up about it.
It's not the only Russian incident. 5 days ago, Russian jets buzzed a U.S. Navy destroyer in the Black Sea. In April of 2015, a Russian spy ship was off the U.S. East Coast near sensitive underwater intercontinental communication lines. Now the Russian ship right off our coast and people on the shore are talking.
That's interesting, though. It makes people worry what's going on.
Are you worried?
No.
10 years ago, Foxwoods was celebrating its 20th anniversary. Take a look.
It's time to party. Foxwoods is celebrating its 20th anniversary. They're doing that by thanking their loyal patrons with prizes and games and honoring some 500 employees who clocked in that first day back in 1992.
I didn't think I would be here 20 years, but I'm here.
How about 20 years from now, Denise?
I don't have 20 years from now.
It all began with a bingo hall in the middle of the woods, a contract with the state allowed slots and later table games.
From a tribe declared extinct, whose very name was outlawed by treaty, to one of the state's leading employers and sources of revenue.
Over the 20 years, Foxwoods has given Connecticut $3.3 billion in slot revenue, while investing another $3.5 billion into its reservation. And today, there are new plans to create a 300,000 square foot mall. The 85-store complex will be built on land right in front of the Grand Pequot Tower,
which will have really high-end outlet centers. Some of the best brands in the world are going to come here and sell product.
Alluding to future new casinos in Massachusetts, cashing in on Connecticut's tribal gaming, Governor Daniel Malloy made a pledge.
That we'll be an active partner, treating this wonderful organization, this council, and the members of this nation with the respect that they so richly deserve.
That's a look at today in Connecticut history.